1. Understand what's in your control. Have you ever found yourself caught in a storm? Not the kind with rain and thunder, but the storms of life. Unexpected events, disappointments, or sudden changes. The Stoics philosophers from ancient Greece and Rome have Allison. That feels like an anchor in these storms. The dichotomy of control. Picture this: you're planning an outdoor event, and despite all your preparations, it rains now. You can't control the weather, no matter how much you'd like to, but your reaction to the rain, that's entirely up to you. You could lament, get frustrated, or you could adapt, maybe move the event indoors, or see the rain as a refreshing change. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was born a slave and rose to become one of the most influential thinkers of his time, put it succinctly: some things are in our control and others not. It sounds simple, right? But in this simplicity lies a profound wisdom that has the power to transform our lives. Every day we're faced with a myriad of situations. Some we can influence, like our daily routines, the books we read, or the company we keep. But many are beyond our grasp: global events, the actions of others, the passage of time, and yes, the weather. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Stoics believe that our well-being doesn't depend on external events, but on how we interpret and respond to them. It's not the event itself, but our judgment about the event that causes our emotions. Think back to a time you faced a setback. Maybe you didn't get that job you wanted. At the moment it felt like a disaster. But with time, perhaps you realized it was a blessing in disguise, leading you to a better opportunity or personal growth. But how do we put this into practice? Start by asking yourself, is this something I have control over? If the answer is yes, take action. If the answer is no, then it's an opportunity. Practice acceptance and adaptability by truly understanding and internalizing this principle. We can free ourselves from unnecessary anguish. We can navigate to life with a sense of calm, knowing that while we can't control the winds, we can adjust our sails. In a world that often feels chaotic, the dichotomy of control is a beacon of clarity. It reminds us to focus our energy where it matters most, and to embrace the serenity and knowing that some things are simply beyond our grasp. 2. Reflect before reacting. In today's digital age, where immediacy is often celebrated, the art of reflection can seem like a relic of the past. Yet it's this very act of pausing and pondering that can be our saving grace in a world that demands rapid responses. Consider the countless times we're faced with decisions both big and small, from choosing a meal at a restaurant to deciding on a career path. The spectrum of choices is vast, but it's not just the magnitude of these decisions that matters. It's the manner in which we approach them. Let's delve into a common scenario: reading a message that strikes a nerve, maybe as a colleague questioning your work, or a friend making an offhand comment. The gut reaction might be defensiveness or anger. But what if, instead of diving headfirst into that emotional whirlpool, you took a step back by allowing yourself that momentary detachment? You're not suppressing your emotions, you're giving them a space to breathe, to be understood. This practice of reflection is not about passive acceptance or avoidance. It's about active engagement with our thoughts and feelings. It's about asking probing questions. Why did this comment affect me so deeply? What underlying beliefs or past experiences are influencing my current emotions? Is my immediate reaction based on the present situation or past baggage? Moreover, reflection before reaction is a tool that fosters empathy. By giving ourselves time, we also allow ourselves to consider the perspectives of others. Maybe that colleague had a stressful day, or that friend didn't realize the weight of their words. By reflecting, we open the door to understanding, not just for ourselves, but for those around us in relationships. This practice can be a cornerstone. How many misunderstandings could be avoided if we took the time to reflect before reacting? How many bridges could be built instead of burned? It's in these reflective moments that we find clarity, compassion, and connection. Furthermore, in professional settings, the ability to pause and ponder is invaluable. Leaders who reflect before making decisions are often more respected and effective. They're seen as thoughtful, measured, and wise. Their decisions, born from reflection, often stand the test of time. In a world that often feels like it's moving at breakneck speed, the act of reflection becomes a form of rebellion, quiet yet powerful statement that we won't be swept away by the currents of immediacy. It's a commitment to ourselves, to our well-being, and to the quality of our interactions with the world. In essence, to reflect before reacting is more than just a practice. It's a philosophy, a way of life that champions depth over breadth, understanding over impulsivity, and meaningful connections over fleeting interactions. It's a journey inward, that profound outward implications shaping not just our responses, but the very fabric of our lives. 3. Practice negative visualization. Instead of always chasing desires, Stoicism suggests contemplating what could go wrong in life. By regularly visualizing worst-case scenarios, you prepare yourself mentally for adversity. This not only reduces anxiety, but also helps you appreciate what you have in the present. 4. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Life is filled with moments that test our patience, resilience, and perspective. From minor inconveniences like a spilled coffee to more significant challenges like disagreements with loved ones, our days are punctuated with situations that evoke a range of emotions. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to get swept up in the immediacy of our feelings. A missed deadline, a critical comment, or a forgotten anniversary can feel like the end of the world, but one powerful question can shift our perspective and bring clarity. Will this matter in 5 years? This simple yet profound question serves as a mental time machine, transporting us to the future and allowing us to look back at the present moment. Suddenly that heated argument or that missed opportunity is seen in a different light. Most of the things you fret about today will be forgotten footnotes in the grand narrative of our lives. Consider the challenges and worries you had 5 years ago. How many of them still hold weight today? How many have been overshadowed by new experience, learnings, and memories? This realization can be both humbling and liberating. Using this question as a regular touchstone helps in prioritizing Our concerns, it assists us in distinguishing between short-term setbacks and long-term implications. For instance, while a bad day at work might feel overwhelming now in the grand scheme of things, it's just one day in a career spanning decades. This perspective also fosters resilience when faced with adversity, reminding ourselves of the bigger picture can reduce anxiety and promote problem solving instead of getting bogged down by the problem at hand. We can strategize, adapt, and move forward knowing that time often brings clarity and solutions. But it's not just about minimizing our concerns. This question also encourages us to focus on what truly matters. If we want our actions and decisions to have lasting significance, we need to invest in relationships, personal growth, and experiences that stand the test of time in a world that often emphasizes the now. Will this matter in 5 years? Is a beacon guiding us towards a life of purpose, perspective, and peace. By regularly revisiting this question, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace, ensuring that our energy and attentions are directed towards what really counts.